Hello Cancer, and welcome to your May 2023 reading. So, I've meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. The first card that came out is the hangman upright like this. He's in reverse, but he's finally got it, with the Queen of Wands in reverse. And those two together, because here, the hangman, when he's like this, things are suspended. It's asking of us to look at things from a different angle because there are perceptions, beliefs, ways of doing things or whatever that we will need to sacrifice for our growth, for our evolution, for our happiness, and so on. And so here, when he's like that, this is when we finally got it. Our head is illuminated. We are back into a capacity of acting upon it. And so what we've looked at from a different angle and we understood was maybe an aspect of a Queen of Wands in reverse. And what is she? When she's upright, she's all about, I know what I desire. I'm actually the law of attraction. She's going to attract it because this is what she wants. When she's in reverse, she will want things that are detrimental for her. She will desire things that are not possible or that are shadows or that are stirring her away from, here like the sunflower follows the sun, stirring her away from the sun. Desiring things that are not good for us. Then I have, so it's like understanding maybe how a part of you was doing this. Then we have the Magician, which is the number 1 card. This is being in one's power to manifest and create finally. And of course, if my Queen of Wands is in reverse, she's not working the law of attraction very good. So you're missing a tool here for your Magician to be in 100% of his power. Okay? It's like trying to manifest something and attracting the complete opposite. And I'm sure that, if you're human, that has happened to you at one point. So there, you're going to kind of understand why this has been happening to you. And the third card, which is like 4 cards, is the 8 of Wands, the 2 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Lovers. Now, if this was a love reading, this would be the grand firework finale. Okay? Of course. So, for some of you that are looking for love, that have been attracting and going for the wrong kind of person, this month, I would tell you that the month of May for you will be very positive to fix that aspect. On a spiritual growth level, the 2 of Cups is all about the mirrors in our lives. And the mirrors are as much people as situations, just the reality per se. Everything is a reflection. My job is a reflection of who I am. The work environment is a reflection of who I am. The workers are a reflection of who I am. The dynamic with my family, my friends, my neighbors are all mirrors of where I am vibrating within myself. That's why they are showing this. The inner world, the feminine and the masculine. The inner world and the outer world mirroring each other in their vibration. If there's something outside of me that I do not appreciate, I have to look at maybe how did I attract that in my life? So I can fix the water so that my consciousness and my healing of my waters can come to a transmuting point. That's the red lion. The red lion is a symbol in alchemy, and usually when you arrive at the red lion, that's when you are ready to burn the gold. That means to remove the last shadow before the philosophical stone, okay, which would be the matter that allows 100% of light through, that doesn't have any more shadows in its passage from above to below. You take that more on the royal way, where it would be more of an inner work. Then that's when you're removing your last shadow to make sure that the purest light from above is reflected here in your interaction with others, in your capacity to love and to receive love, to have that mirrored and in everything. 8 of Wands, that you are in action, in inspired action, in the serendipity and the synchronicities of life. In that manner, lovers, you're in perfect harmony between your feminine, your masculine, and your higher self. Ace of Cup, on a brand new higher vibration. So this is beautiful. Under our Hangman and the Queen of Wands, like once you really spot what was making this aspect of you, the fire aspect, the feminine fire aspect, distorted. And here we have the 5 of Swords in reverse, Page of Swords, Ace of Swords. So you're really understanding something. That illumination is right there. I get it, Ace of Sword, and I'm grabbing it. And that is what is allowing me to kind of make that 5 of Swords go away, in a way. And what is the 5 of Swords? The 5 of Swords, this is, see, the guy is holding 3 swords in our hands. And we know what the 3 of Swords is. The 3 of Swords is heartaches, beliefs that hurt our heart. And he's using these heartaches to defeat these 2 guys, these other masculine parts of him. So this would be like a good 3 of Swords is nobody loves me. Okay? That's a good 3 of Swords. So that means I'm walking with that belief. That's 1 of the swords. And everything I do, every time it comes around that, it hurts my heart. And then I have my rational side, a little voice inside of me, my left brain, using that belief every time I will, let's say, want something. I want a beautiful relationship. But nobody loves you. Therefore, I'm going to attract somebody that matches. Nobody loves you, that will not love me. Now, that's very simplifying the thing, but it's just to tell you how these 2 can interact together. So once I spot how I sabotage myself, in a way, okay, how I defeat myself, bringing me further from beautiful connections and water and so on. This is what is like it's a huge growth and inner growth spur that will happen. And here that's why we have the King of Cups, and that's you, Cancer. It's gonna bring you a profound emotional ground of understanding how, oh my God, it's not that I was attracting this because it's a fact. I was attracting it because I believed it based on my heartaches and things like that, and my beliefs that hurt my heart and so on. Anyway, it's going to become very clear for you here, and bringing you this emotional wisdom at the same time. So because you have the emotional wisdom, this is why you're in your power. And here I have the World in reverse and the 10 of Pentacles. So there might be during the month that kind of, up and down. Sorry for that. I'm just going to erase it. right? So you might have this, because it marks the end of a cycle. So maybe you won't be ready right away to really graduate from this. But it's going to be on its way. Under those beautiful cards, we have the Page of Cup. So the nice thing is that you perceive the Ace of Cup that is, of course, in the hand of God, floating over you. Then you take it. And then under that, we have the King of Pentacle. And so this is really, King of Pentacle is all about engagement, all about the joys of life, all about stability, groundness, being comfortable here, ruled by Venus. This is amazing. Okay, so let's clarify this for you, my beautiful Cancers. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. I call upon my guides. Help me to clarify this reading for Cancers for the month of May 2023. Okay, Queen of Wands and the Hangman. So you probably got a big unblockage here. Four of Cups, and that is a big blocking element here, the Four of Cups, because that would be limiting yourself to, well, that's been there, done that. That's all I've known, and I don't really believe in that cup. So it's very hard to attract and desire something we can't see, can't perceive, have no reference to, and don't even believe it exists. So there's a big blockage. But here we have the Hermit and the Emperor. So this is it's going to affect the decisions you make, how you are with commitment and engagement and investing yourself here. I can't, I have to refer to that King of Pentacles here. And there is another earth sign, Virgo, in that sense of, and another masculine, which is kind of the same guy, except one is in his Emperor position, and the other one is that way of grounding cosmic intelligence in our daily life, following one step after the other and using our wand and our willpower in a wise way. So these two aspects here are going to be finally restored. So it's almost like before, because of what you believed, you attracted the complete opposite, or even like the meaning of what an hermit is, that wisdom, that slow wisdom of everyday investment into our empire, or what we want to grow, relationship, long-term relationship. If all these things had a negative connotation for you because of the heartaches that it brought you in the past, and using those same heartaches to kind of aim and attract the complete opposite, somebody that for sure would not be old and wise and in charge of their world hint yourself or the mirror in front of you. That is really speaking. Let's look at that Ace of Swords. What is that understanding? 5 of Wands and Judgment. It's almost like understanding or having the clarity on those hidden old wounded parts of us that created conflict within us into what we actually desired. If we're taking this more on a self-accomplishment, more than romantic love, it's the same thing. It's cups, it's our creativity, it's our vibration, it's emperor, it's how we're going to accomplish ourselves. Hermit, how we're going to do every day the moves bringing us towards our empire, our self-accomplishment, and so on. But there are wounded parts of us that used to sabotage ourselves in our beliefs. That if, we believe that it wasn't possible or whatever, we would make it so and be right instead of being happy in a way. Okay? Therefore, creating conflict in our movement forward, or bringing people that would be in conflict with our true desire, but in harmony with our sabotaging desire. That's the thing. So King of Cups here, we're understanding. Yeah. And we're understanding this and this. So this is like, things will never be different. If I believe things will never be different, if I limit my capacity of receiving love and living high vibrations of peace, grace, inspiration. Water is not just love. Water is a vibration. It's a receptacle of divine vibration. Finally getting out of your head about it and understanding it on an emotional level. So we're more in the knowing than the understanding kind of thing. Okay, let's look at the Magician. Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Fool in reverse, which is not surprising because the world is in reverse. So it's like if here I have our King of Cups, our Knight of Cups. I know now that cup exists. I want to bring it forward. I understand it. But during the month, you'll still have cold feet about it. Still maybe not quite ready to jump on it. Okay? Because the Fool, if it's going like, I hope it's going to work, but I expect the worst, of course it's the worst that's going to happen. Want to make sure that you're not, casting in the wrong way here. That understanding is going to continue to decant into you so that you really finish the past cycle. That means we're going to need kind of a 6 of Swords. That 1 and 5 needs to become a 6. So that means we need to pull judgment on it and allow the true turning the page, moving past and so on. So that the Wheel of Fortune can turn. World in reverse. World in reverse. Because there's maybe a bit of resistance here. Yeah, we have the Page of Cup in reverse and then King of Wands in reverse. So it's one thing to have the Queen of Wands in reverse. I'm attracting the wrong thing for me. I'm expecting things that shouldn't be expected, maybe out of others, but in a way that's how I sabotage myself. But here, now I know I want to have it. I want to go towards it. But my masculine needs to back me up. My fire masculine. Maybe I'm not finished a cycle where, because the divine masculine in fire within us, that's what gives us the courage to go for things. And when it's outside of us, that can be distorted willpowers of other people, imposing what they want. And if we don't love ourselves enough, we'll allow that to happen. So look at your relationship with wants and desire and willpower. Here, 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups in reverse. All right. So the 10 of Cups in reverse, that's why we need this. You haven't had the capacity or the opportunity to have this high water rainbow in your life, being able to feel the joy. And you know, this is a state of being. It's that capacity to share it with others. But you don't have to have things to be there. This is a state of being because you're in the 9 of Cups. So here, there's something when it comes to long-term commitment that is not associated with happiness for you. That is associated maybe with the opposite, where there was maybe pain and sorrow and things like that, because you ended up in the 4 of Cups, where I don't see how, I don't want to reinvest in something long-term kind of thing. And so in a way, that's what you were attracting. Whether reinvest or even invest, because you could have had that 5 of Swords a long time ago here, that you're going to pull a judgment on this month. Let's look at that. Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups, Lovers, and the 8 of Wands. And what I have is the 6 of Wands. That's good. That's when I come back from it. That's acknowledgement, self-acknowledgement. I'm back from the war. I've got nothing to prove anymore. It's done. The time where I never got what I wanted, and the way people with their wands maybe acted upon me, the beliefs that came with it, and how I limited myself from it, it's done. I lived it, been there, understand the lesson. I'm leaving it behind. Okay? Page of Cups. Here's our hangman again with the Page of Cups. And it's with this guy. So I'm looking at what it means to allow an Ace of Cups in my hand filled with possibilities. To allow water, love into my life. And like I was saying, it doesn't have to be romantic love. Love is a state of being. It doesn't have to pass through somebody, but will be mirrored outside of me. Allowing love to come in is between you and you, between you and the divine. It's not as much as I'm allowing somebody to come in my life and love me, you know. I have to love me first, and that capacity to allow love into my heart, to actually feel it, then can be met by somebody that's going to mirror it. And here, this is looking at offering love and receiving love and the possibilities of love. And when I say love, I'm talking about love with a big L, not just romantic love, but the vibration of love, love of life, love of the divine, love of light, love of creation, love of living, love of being, love as a vibration. Here, King of Pentacles. And there's no limit to that kind of love. And as I say that, here's the Queen of Cups, the part of you that actually allows love in, that sets the limit of how much she allows into herself. All right, so we have her on the other side here. We have the Ace of Sword, the King of Sword, and here we have the Seven of Pentacle and the Queen of Wands here. And that little pack, we have the Ace of Cup. So here with that King of Pentacle, it's really, there's an understanding here. See her, if she would have attracted things where willpower was more in a, see, it's a shovel. The wand is a shovel. There's no fruits in the garden. There's no pleasure. There's no joy. There's no light-heartedness, having a light heart of an inspiration and creativity and everything that water is. There's none of that in that garden. It's like everything I've pushed my will for did not bring me joy and love. And now, at the end of the month, I'm understanding this. I'm seeing this from a completely different angle. What love is, how much I am allowing it, what is the truth of my identity when it comes to love also. Am I somebody that has love? Or is it the opposite? What is my truth? And my truth, King of Sword, my truth becomes my reality in a mental world. So, Cancer, I'm going to call this love, because I think during the month, not only at the end of the month, yes, you will have this new vibration within yourself where you're going to look at life, at the light, at the trees, at the people with the capacity of vibrating higher within yourself. You're going to understand love differently, and therefore you're going to be able to attract it in a much different way, because you're going to understand it differently. So understanding love, that's going to be the title of your video, my beautiful Cancers. And on this, I send you all my love and light. Have an amazing month of May, and thank you for watching, sharing, commenting. Please subscribe to help grow the channel. That will help a lot. If you want a private reading, there's the website in the description below. You just go there and everything is there. And also thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And I always ask the divine to give you back. So thank you, and open your arms to receive. All right. All my love and light, and I'll see you next month.